Hello and welcome to another fun-filled edition of Adam's Music Box, where today I want to talk about what I think is Stevie Wonder's best song, which is really impossible to say because he had many. But one thing I really love about the song I'm about to talk about is the chord changes. The chord changes and the harmonies are just so sophisticated, yet so intuitive when you hear them. And let me explain what I mean. Even when we're surprised in music, and surprise is a good thing in music, there's two kinds of surprises. There's surprises that are ugly and jarring, and there are surprises that are intuitive because emotionally, while we're at first thinking, oh, I wasn't expecting that, we then instantly resolve ourselves into thinking, oh, that really works. And that is a symptom of a great songwriter. When you can be surprised at how the chordal architecture evolves within a piece of music, but at the same time be emotionally fulfilled. And that's what I call satisfying the intuitive emotional needs of the listener. And this goes back to something I've talked about a long time ago. While music is in many ways the most abstract of all the arts, it's not necessarily the most subjective. And we know this because of the found music in nature. The song of a bird, the sound an animal makes when it's happy, the sound an animal makes when it's frightened, the sound an animal makes when it's aggressive, when it's in attack mode, when it's in fight or flight mode. I mean, you all have dogs and cats, some of you, where, the difference between meow and meow is a sonic reality of nature. But a child knows the difference between meow and meow in the same way that we know the difference between ooh, and, woof, woof, and we all intuitively know what these things mean. And this means that certain sounds are hardwired into both human brains and non-human brains to mean certain things. The same is true with instrumental music, whether it's played by an acoustic instrument, an electric instrument, like the many synthesizers Stevie Wonder uses on this song. It's the chords, it's the harmony, it's the way these things are arranged. Now, this song, I Just Called to Say I Love You, has so many interesting chord changes, but each one fulfills this intuitive theory, if you will, this intuitive need to have something shock and then resolve by being emotionally consistent, psychologically consistent. And there's quite a few songs that do this. Todd Rundgren had a very good way with this as a songwriter. Tony Banks of Genesis did. Stevie Wonder did in other songs. But this song really just captures that so much. And another test that I would use, if you will, to try to demonstrate why this song is so wonderful is listen to cover songs, because a truly good song can stand up for itself, if you will. It can withstand criticism, withstand changes in any different format. On an album that I think is actually his best album, Victor Moan, the singer who was probably more well known in the 50s and early 60s, he did a version of the song on an album of the same name. Totally different arrangement, totally different instrumentation, and yet it works because the song is great. The chords are there. Mantovani's orchestra in the 80s recorded an instrumental orchestral version of the song. Listen to that, because without the familiar lyrics that we all know so well, we can really hear the chords and all of their instrumental nudity, if you will, and really see what Stevie did with this composition and why it is so brilliant. And then just explore other cover versions, even ones that are amateurs, because of the song's popularity, a lot of amateurs have in fact covered it. And see what they do. See how even if someone who isn't necessarily a great singer covers it, those chords, those changes, it's all there. So, I mean, Stevie Wonder, who's had so many great hits, I think he really hit it out of the park with this one. And yeah, it was fun that in the video he's singing it through the phone, but it's really a very highly sophisticated song chordally. Listen to those other versions and it will strike you because you'll be hearing the same song, but in an unfamiliar context when you're not hearing it on the top selling single version that you've heard probably many times if you've been anywhere over the last 40 years. That's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments section. And as always, remember to like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Take care.